Hey, what's up, guys? This is Sam OG, and this is a video response to Null Inquisitor about his great question and video about moneyballing. So, the whole idea of moneyballing is based on the movie Moneyball. So it's the idea that you, you optimize your RPG experience. Uh, because in Moneyball the idea was to optimize victory by crunching numbers, by the use of mathematics and economics and stuff like that. So he refers to a podcast he's listening to called Fear the Boot, where they discuss that consideration, where you're in this hobby of RPG. Do you you know do you go by it moneyballing? So it's not I'm not sure if I understand quite right, but I'm gonna go with my understanding. So the idea is that what Non-Inquisitor refers to is the idea of optimizing everything, like in the sense of your prep, your time, your energy, how much time and energy you put towards it, and how you do it, and 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 what kind of experience that comes out of that. And personally, I've been thinking about it, and it's like I've certainly been moneyballing lots of aspects of it. A little bit like you, actually, Non-Inquisitor, in the sense that, you know, when I first started in RPG, I came to vlog about it quite fast, like in the same first year. And so, like, I would say 80% of my day was focused on that. I mean, I was vlogging at work about RPG. Meanwhile, I was listening to video about RPG as I was reading RPG book, trying to learn how to GM at the same time. I was doing that in the car, going to work, after work, traveling between cities. I was doing that on the weekends. I was doing that in the week. I was doing 3 videos a day. How it is. So, was I moneyballing? Of course I was moneyballing. I was just optimizing the whole thing. I was vlogging about experiences I have in game, trying to get answers in the comment section in order to get better for the next game. So so yeah, I was moneyballing, I would say. But that was like almost 4 years ago now. So where I stand about that today, well, I became more efficient, with time. So now I became more efficient, and I made all the mistake I had to make, and I'm still gonna make some, but I mean, I made a lot of mistakes that so now I know a little bit. I know more what I want and what I like, so it's gonna more easy in that term. So I don't have to put that much time and energy into RPG, even though I like it, even though I'm still really passionate about it. I'm way more lazy than I'm used to be in that sense. I go by it in a really more casual fashion, uh, definitely. So yeah, so that's in terms. So let's in your video, in the video, when Alan Inquisitor's discussing, um, it divides it in 2 aspects, like what surrounds the experience of play, so the prep, the reading, the books, the talking about it, the whole thing, and the experience of play. And referring to what the guy in the video, what the guy in the video talks about, you using his battle tech example. you know, so the guy in the theater booth, you know, is basically saying that he's uh, he wanted to have that pure BattleTech experience and all that, so he was like, you know, putting a lot of energy toward having the real raw experience of it and stuff. And so that got me thinking, you know, like, am I a money baller because I want to go raw? Am I a money baller because I want to have the true experience? And having the true experience of a game and genre and a setting, does it have to be contradictory to playing casual, playing popcorn, like you said in your video? You know, and this is something that you know, I'd like to put up like a yellow sign, like in soccer, because for me, I mean, it's not contradictory. It doesn't have to be. So the idea that um, you know, you can play popcorn, you know, like casual, like having drinks and having stuff on the table and cracking jokes and laughing out loud and being casual and just shooting the shit and throwing some dice. I mean, that doesn't have to be contradictory to having the true experience of a game or a genre. You know, I'm gonna give you an example. Like, if I take a game like, let's say I take, I'm gonna take a common game like Vampire the Masquerade. Let's take Vampire the Masquerade. Vampire the Masquerade is a game about political intrigue in the world of vampire, which is a masquerade that is this weird relationship toward human culture. Like, the vampire lives among the humans and they don't want to be found out, and it's a game about, you know, the fighting the beast that you have within at the same time. So it's like that gothic punk experience of political intrigue in a world where there is vampires fighting their inner beast. That's how I understand it, and that's how I see it and I read it. And for me, it's really romantic. It's supposed to be dark. It's supposed to be political and intriguing and scheming, you know, and lots of talking and lots of charming and lots of stuff like that. And so that's the true experience of what Vampire the Masquerade is supposed to be. Now, in my sense, in my reading. Now, how that has anything to do with playing serious or playing popcorn, like casual? I mean, you can get that experience in both ways. You see, and so how is that as how is playing serious, you know, the Moneyball, like, I'm gonna optimize my session, I have 3 hours, so let's get into character and never break immersion and all that, you know, how that is has anything to do whatsoever. I mean, I, I don't see things like that anymore. I think I used to, definitely I used to. And there is a little bit of element of it. Like, for example, if you play like a, you know, if you're cracking jokes, and if you always, you know, have that light-hearted attitude in a dark game like Vampire the Masquerade, for example, like it's supposed to be. Of course, it's gonna be the whole vibe might gonna be affected by it, but at the same time, I mean, you still can have that experience, I think. So, in the sense of how I prep, or in the sense of how I organize my life around my hobby, I'm not moneyballing anymore. I don't, you know, I don't. If I come unprepared, I come unprepared, and I'm gonna wing it, and it's gonna be all right. If if I want to read something, I'm gonna read it. Uh, I'm not. I'm a busy guy like everybody. Everybody's busy, but I'm not. I don't feel the need to, since, and obviously I don't. I play games nowadays that are not prep heavy in that sense, so I don't have to moneyball the surrounding of my experience. But in the game, in terms of like the sessions, um, I'm kind of like you nowadays. I mean, I go there and I just, let's see what's gonna happen, and and if that day I listen to my body kind of thing. I listen to myself more than I used to. I'm not gonna force myself to. I'm not gonna force myself to have an experience in the way that it's supposed to be or whatever. I'm just gonna go by it and see how the others are doing about it, and I'm gonna put forward my agenda. I'm gonna put forward my agenda, and since I know the people I play with, we know our agendas, and it's just it mashes up, and it just go by it. And nah, I don't. No, I don't. So, am I a money baller? No. Let's go back to the question. Am I a money baller? I have I have the genes. I have the genes. I can be. If I have a project specific thing, like for example the Mage 20 game, I really like to organize. I might gonna become a little bit money baller in order to make it happen. But afterward, it's just I might gonna sit back and let it ride kind of thing. I'm gonna give it momentum using the money ball approach kind of thing, and I'm gonna let it go. But anyway, you see, so let's jump. Let's be a little bit hobo here. Like, I'm jumping on a topic, but I'm sending it in another direction. Like, what do you, in the comment section maybe? What do you guys think about that? Like, in order to have like a true experience, maybe it's a topic for another video. But in order to have a true experience of roleplay, do you really need to play serious, and how come like casual play cannot? How come casual play? How much of a casual play can hinder that, according to you guys? All right, talk to you soon.